Hello, beautiful people. Nada here. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about how to use suffering as our drive for transformation. Recently, a friend of mine asked me, Nada, how are you always so positive? How are you always smiling and you seem to be in a good mood most of the time? Are you ever depressed? Do you ever feel depression? So I told him, actually, you reminded me, I was really depressed from age 10 to 17. For a whole 7 years, I was literally depressed. By 17, I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I've suffered enough, and that's it. I'm going to make a decision, and I'm not going to be depressed anymore, ever again in my whole life. I actually made this statement for myself, and I made a strong intention, and guess what? I never got depressed ever again. Of course, I've suffered like a normal human being. I've had my ups and downs. However, depressed, never, never again. And the thing is, at that time, I really used my suffering as fire, as passion for me to get what I wanted in life. And at that time, I really felt like I was a shy, insecure, lonely girl. And I used university as an opportunity. I was about to go to university from high school. I was 17. I used it as an opportunity to start new and start fresh. And I was like, okay, that's it. This is my chance. This is my opportunity to not be depressed anymore and to be whoever I want to be. People don't know me in university. Most of them don't. And I'm just going to be who I want. So I decided to be confident and fun and popular. And that's exactly who I was in university. To the extent that I was called Bubbles because I was so bubbly, so positive, hyper. I was a totally different person than who I was in school. Anyway, another example is I used to suffer from a condition called Tourette syndrome ever since I was 4 years old. And I took pills in order to reduce symptoms for quite a few years. I went into yoga and meditation and healing ever since I was a teenager in order to find alternative ways to deal with the tension in my body that this condition gave me. And so at age 18, I was on a beach and I was meditating and I was just feeling the breeze on my skin. I was really enjoying it. And then I made this decision. I was like, you know what? I don't want to take pills anymore. I want to be natural. And I want to use the tools that I've learned, such as yoga, which I've been doing since I was 17, and healing. Healing, I actually learned after I made that decision at age 19. I started with Reiki, and then I kept learning other kinds of healing techniques. But anyway, at that time on the beach, I was like, you know what? I'm going to find other ways, and I'm going to use what I already know, and I'm just going to quit my medication. And I made that decision and I quit. And ever since, I've reduced the symptoms big time. Like sometimes now I have a little tiny bit, but mostly I really, really reduced throughout the years. I healed myself. And that comes through a lot of learning different techniques, and that's probably why I am who I am today. I got motivated from my suffering to find ways to help myself. Third example I'm going to give you is that more recently, in 2017, I felt that, you know what, I don't want to be controlled anymore by others, and I don't want to work for anyone anymore. And so I made a really bold decision, out of my suffering, of course, that, you know what, I'm gonna quit my job, move to India for half a year, and just change my life and work for myself. And honestly, I had a lot of fear in me. I spent a huge amount of my savings on a healer, and a really expensive healer, but powerful. And he helped me release the fear that I felt of going against society, going against, what I'm expected to do, and just doing what I wanted to do. And the rest of my savings I spent in India doing a 1,100 hour yoga teacher training. It was my 3rd certification. And I came back from India really broke, but then I started fresh. I started Prana Space, and here I am today, who I am now. Anyway, so these examples, I really want to encourage you. Use your suffering as your motivation. Use it to drive you really to change. Just say, that's it, enough. That strong intention, like I did when I was 17. If I can do it, you can do it. The strong intention and that strong will to be like, you know what, I'm not gonna take this anymore. It'll get you there. Just trust me. And if you need any support, come to me. I've experienced it on and on, over and over. And so I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do this. Full support. Much love.